I know you got to meet Bob Dylan, right? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me that story, or do you not want to tell it?
Sure.
You can?
Yeah. We played our set, and I'm sitting in the green room, and then I was like smoking a bowl or something, and this lady walked in, and she's like, Bob wants you to play with him tonight.
No.
And I was like, what? And she's like, are you too stoned? And I was like, no, I'm not stoned enough, you know? So I'm like, okay, fuck you guys, it's happening. Bob asked me to sit in. So I'm like walking out to my bus because I know his band, they all wear black and stuff. So I was like, I got a black shirt. I can put my hair in a ponytail, get a little bit more classy.
Blacken up a little, let me darken out.
Yeah, to get a little bit more classy than whatever t-shirt I had on.
Right.
You know, I'm fixing to play with Bob Dylan. I want to go put a nice shirt on.
Yeah, yeah.
And pull my hair back.
Oh,
and as I was walking out to the bus, I saw him. He was walking right toward me. And he just came up to me and he said, you know, let's do All Along the Watchtower. He's like, just, you know, I'll sing the first verse and second verse and he'd play after the second verse, you know, and then he walked away. Like he didn't say hi. He didn't say, thanks for playing or nothing. He said, let's do the Watchtower, play after the second verse.
Just information and
then on his way to the stage.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my, man, this guy means business.
Yeah.
So I went to my bus. I got my nice digs on.
Type shit.
And then I was, you know, texting my mom and dad. And, you know, I called my mom. I was like, you're not going to believe this.
What did she say?
She was always over the moon about stuff like that. She called me her dream weaver is what she called. She's like, who are you going to play with next? You know, because so many of her heroes I had met and played with, you know, Mom, I just met Eddie Vedder, or, you know, Mom, you're not going to believe this. I'm David Grisman, or, you know, Del McCurry and you know, all this stuff. And then
Fleetwood Mac.
More recently,
Stevie Nicks.
I've never met her, but
that would be a crazy collab with you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm getting ready to go play with Bob Dylan. She's like, what the fuck, you know? Yeah. Like, who are you? Like, who do you think you are? It's like, I don't know. He just asked me to play. So yeah, man.
I'm your son.
So yeah, I go out there and it was amazing. I mean, we played. The cool thing about that too is that whole tour, that was my favorite song that they were doing. I mean, I love All Along the Watchtower and of course Jimi Hendrix's version, but they had this cool arrangement of it. And it was like such a hip version of it. And that was my favorite tune that they were doing. And that's the one he asked me to play on. It's just like, wow, you know? And so, yeah, he sang the second verse, and then he kind of looked over at me and I played, passed it back to him. We had a little musical conversation, and then that was it, man. I played with Bob Dylan. It was like, holy shit, you know? And I walked off stage and I go in the green room and like, my whole band is like so excited. They're like making toasts and shit. Like,
yeah,
like, you know,
go. Especially
my bass player Royal has like just been on a huge Bob Dylan kick the last couple years. We just couldn't believe this happened, really.
Shout out Royal.
Yeah. So then, we're sitting in the green room and we're all just like, oh my God, that was amazing. And then Jim, my security guy, he comes in and he says, hey, somebody wants to say hi. And in my green room walks Bob Dylan.
Dang.
And he sucked the oxygen out of the room. It was like everybody just like fell silent and like couldn't breathe. And then he was like, man, you know, thanks for playing. Like that was awesome. And I go, man, thank you for having me, man. It's such an honor to play with you, you know? And I was like, I want to introduce you to my band. You know, this is Royal and Billy and stuff like that. And then he just like turned around and walked away. Like I was like, what? No way. Yeah. Dude. And then a couple of days after,
just busy Bob, dude.
Dude, he dipped. He was like, and then just left.
Yeah.
And then and we loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Oh, it's fucking almost, bro. It's even better.
Yeah.
That's the most lower shit you could do.
Dude, he just literally, I was like, I want you to introduce you to my band. And he just turned around and left. I was like, wow.
Yes.
What a badass. And then so.
Yes, dude.
A couple nights later, he sent me a message. through one of his managers, and it just said, you know, thanks for playing. Like, I think you're great. And he said, like my friend Jerry Lee told me a long time ago, he said, you're going to be around for a long, long time. And I just, man, I like was in the back of my bus, like reading this and just cried. You know, I mean, this Bob Dylan kind of pat me on the back. And so,
first of all, it's unbelievable, dude. It's such a great story. It's like, I can feel it, dude. It's almost like I'm like, yeah, dude.
You want to know one of the craziest things is that the few interactions I had with him, which was like 3 or 4 over the course of a couple days, and I talked to him and I looked at his face and I spoke directly to him and I looked in his eyes. I can't picture his face. I didn't see the skin. When I think about him, what he looked like, all I see is these deep oceans of blue in these deep concerning eyes, and this like white light behind them. That's what I picture when I think about what did Bob Dylan look like to me. All I can see is the deepest, bluest eyes with the most concerning emotion in them, and then this like aura of like white light. That's